Hey there, it's Donna from redcarpetlearning.com, and I have a question for you. Are you still employing the warm body strategy when it comes to hiring? You know what I mean. We need people. We don't have enough people. We've got to hire just anyone who comes in, get them out there on the floor as quickly as possible. Well, it is time to stop, because my second question is, how's that working for you? If you're like most people, most organizations that I see doing this, it's keeping you on that same hamster wheel of poor productivity and poor employee retention, because actually employee selection is the first step in employee retention. And so it is time to get back to intentional employee selection. So I have two videos for you. In this week's video, I'm going to challenge you with two mindset shifts that you will want to make in order to get better at employee selection, which then in turn influences employee retention. And then in next week's video, I'm going to give you two actual strategies that are working for our customers related to employee selection and employee retention. So let's start with this week, the mindset shifts. The first mindset shift that I invite you to make is to stop saying or thinking to yourself, nobody wants to work anymore. Because here's the reality. If that's true, if nobody wants to work anymore, then you might as well fold up shop. Then you might as well just, eventually you're not going to have any employees because nobody wants to work anymore. So you might as well just let all your residents, patients, the children you serve, the people that you care for, just, go fend for themselves, because you're not going to have any employees. Nobody wants to work anymore. So we can't stay in that mindset shift, right? And so instead of nobody wants to work anymore, I want you to think they want to work differently. So then the question becomes, how can we blend the old ways of doing things and some new ways of doing things so we become attractive to people? And also, how can we better support our team, a workforce potentially made up of people who are first-time jobbers, second-time jobbers, who don't really know what it means to work? How can we better support them to get them excited and develop so that they're just delivering on those expectations that you have, okay? So that's the first mindset shift. The second one is there aren't enough people out there. So I do understand that sometimes you might be in a rural area and maybe there's a limited population, but before you just accept the premise that there aren't enough people, this is the question I want you to ask yourself or ask your human resource director, whoever's in charge of recruitment. And that is, are we employing all of the possible strategies that we can in order to be visible and attract as many people as possible? Because oftentimes we get stuck in the one or two strategies that we're using. And then when those strategies aren't working anymore, we think, oh, well, there's just not enough people out there. I guarantee if you were losing residents, patients, guests, customers, you would put a major marketing effort in place to look for different places that you could reach those people to be bringing them in. Well, we need to be thinking about our employees in the exact same way. And so thinking about things like, are we using social media to its best, most effective in the most effective ways? Are we paying for ads in social media? What does our website branding look like? Have we paid attention to our employee page? Are we going out and speaking about how great it is to work for our organization, like face-to-face contact? Do we have employee testimonials, and how are we spreading those employee testimonials? What are all of the different ways that you could be marketing to potential employees? And so instead of saying there's just not enough people, let's go, okay, how could we reach a larger group of people? So those are the two mindset shifts I want to invite you to make. And then in next week's video, we're going to talk about 2 actual strategies that are working for our clients, and hopefully they will work for you as well.